for joining us this evening on TKO 8 Local News. Police say the owner of a restaurant on the square has turned himself in to authorities. Police issued an arrest warrant for Donald William Alexander on June 7th on 5 counts of identity fraud. He is known under several aliases and the most common name as Charlie Smith, and was the owner of the hot dog shop on the square in downtown Harrison. Police seized hidden cameras, computers, and hard drives from the hot dog shop in April of this year. At the time, police said that Alexander was out of state. During the investigation, officers reportedly discovered documents containing multiple names, dates of births, and social security numbers. The Department of Homeland Security is analyzing the evidence at this time. A small single-engine aircraft crash-landed at Gaston's fly-in landing strip on Sunday morning at approximately 10:15 a.m. On board were 3 individuals. The pilot was 46-year-old Eric S. Neff of Norfolk, Virginia, and both the co-pilot and the passenger were from Nashville, Tennessee. The co-pilot reportedly sustained minor injuries. Neither the pilot nor the passenger were injured. Neff stated he was doing a flyover at Gaston's to check the condition of the landing strip. When he banked hard, the engine lost power. He said he attempted to land on the field but saw that pedestrians were walking across the landing strip in the path of the aircraft. The plane ultimately came down and landed on its belly in a hayfield near the landing strip. The aircraft was a 1996 A-36 model single-engine fixed-wing plane. The incident is being referred to the FAA for investigation. About 20 law enforcement officers from about 8 different law enforcement agencies were at the Jasper School last Wednesday and Thursday to take part in training on how to confront an active killer. Chris Sally, who is a retired sergeant of the Siloam Springs Police Department, was the instructor of the 16-hour course put on by the University of Arkansas's Criminal Justice Institute. The Institute is committed to making communities safer by supporting law enforcement professionals through training, education, resources, and collaborative partnerships. The training includes a long list of subjects such as officer-violator community relations, constitutional law, crime prevention, and patrol procedures, along with building search, physical search of autos and individuals, along with physical training in defensive tactics, and last but not least, firearms training focusing on firearm safety and the care of those weapons. Various sections of Flippin were placed under a bull order on Saturday evening. According to a city spokesperson, the bull order includes areas south of West South Street and affects residents on Lindy Lane, Woodsong Lane, and parts of Marion County Road South. The spokesperson did not give a reason or cause for the bull order. All affected customers are advised that the water may be unsafe for human consumption, and water used for drinking or food preparation must be boiled briskly for 1 minute or more prior to the use, and all ice cubes should be discarded and only boiled water used for making ice. The boil water order will remain in effect until further notice. Well, many residents still question the origin of a loud boom that was heard earlier this month, but many are speculating that it was most likely caused by an F-15 jet. Boeing has confirmed the company conducted an acceptance flight in the area on the afternoon of June 6th. The boom happened around 12:15 p.m. The Howell County Sheriff's Department alone took more than 40 calls in a short period of time, and the West Plains Police Department says calls about the boom kept its 5 lines ringing constantly. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at some headline news from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
Join Sammy Klein Thursdays and Fridays during the TKO 8 local newscast for this week's closing livestock market report, made possible by Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte. Quality Feed Grains has you covered. Everything for cattle, pets, deer, equine, poultry, seed and spray, show feed, and garden. Check their website, qualityfeedgrains.com, now for this month's special. Quality Feed Grains of Harrison and Bellefonte, proud sponsors of the Livestock Report with Sammy Klein on Harrison's broadcast station TKO Channel 8.
On any given day here at Main Street Service Center, we might be working on a Ford like's on the 4-post lift over my shoulder, or an Infiniti that's back on the back bay, or a Toyota, or a BMW, or right here a Hyundai. You just never know what's going to come into the shop and what their needs might be, but you can rest assured that at Main Street Service Center, whatever you're driving, we can take care of it for you, whether it's oil and filter changes all the way up to engine and transmission replacements. And get this, we've been in business for 29 years, and there's still things that we can't do, and we're not too proud to say it. So if you bring us something and it's over our head or out of our capabilities of expertise or tools, we're not too proud to say it, because we want your vehicle fixed correctly, right, and the first time.
Whether you ride mud, rocks, dunes, or trails, Polaris has a razor to match your passion. Unequaled power, unrivaled suspension, unmatched agility, and unbeatable comfort. Everything you need to chase memories and catch them. Find your razor at Polaris.com.
State police say a Florida man is among 4 people killed in an auto train collision in northeast Arkansas. Authorities say that the crash was Saturday night and occurred on a private drive in the Tilton community of Cross County when a train collided with an automobile attempting to cross the road at the railroad crossing. Police say the driver of the vehicle was John Miller of Orange Park, Florida. 3 passengers in the vehicle are identified as Joetta Honey of Jonesboro and Nicholas and Kiana Newton, both of McCrory. A 21-year-old Hot Springs man has been arrested and charged with first-degree murder for a slaying more than a year ago. Authorities had arrested Demetrius Teree Perry in April of 2017 for the killing of 32-year-old Charles David Hill, but that second-degree murder charge was dropped 2 months later, pending additional investigations. Police found an unoccupied car with a large amount of blood around it at the accident scene. A phone call led him to Hill, who had been shot and later died. Perry was identified as the driver of that automobile. He also had been shot and was treated at a local hospital. Court documents show the men argued over drugs and the gun went off during a fight inside the car. Perry is currently being held in the Garland County Jail on a $100,000 bond. Authorities say 3 Arkansas officers were injured when they attempted to arrest a man who was under the influence of methamphetamine and LSD. Police say it ultimately took 9 officers to subdue and handcuff 16-year-old Kelly Jadinsky late Thursday at an apartment complex in the small community of Goshen, Arkansas. A Goshen police captain and 2 Elkins officers were hurt when Jadinsky charged them after stepping out of the apartment complex. A stun gun was used twice on Jadinsky but had very little effect. He was given sedatives once he was in custody and then given another round of sedatives after being taken to a local hospital. He's being held as of Saturday at the Washington County Jail on charges that include second-degree battery. Authorities say a 29-year-old Arkansas inmate incarcerated for a drug conviction has died after being unresponsive on the floor of his cell. The State Department of Corrections said in a statement that Christian Smith was found Friday afternoon in a cell that he shared with another inmate at the Cummins unit in Grady. He was taken to a unit infirmary where he died a few hours later. State correction officials have not provided any preliminary information on the cause of death, and the state police are investigating. Smith was nearing the end of a 5-year prison term for drug possession and last year had 7 disciplinary violations at the Cummins unit. Arkansas health officials say 36 people have now contracted hepatitis A amid a series of exposures in the northeastern part of the state this year. Last year, only 7 cases were reported statewide. The Craighead County Local Health Unit had vaccinated 235 people ahead of a free walk-in vaccination clinic set for Friday. Arkansas Health Department spokesperson Meg Merville says the department issued a warning after a Jonesboro restaurant employee tested positive for the hepatitis. A Maryville person says the department inspectors didn't believe the restaurant's food was involved in the spreading of the illness, but there's nothing wrong with being cautious. Before we take a look at this steamy weather forecast, maybe a little rain down the road. Here's the way the stock market ended today.
Even the best of us make mistakes, so when trouble finds you, trust Campbell Bonding Company to help you through what can be a confusing and sometimes frightening experience. Jim, Robert, and Cole Campbell work as a family to offer your family understanding and compassion during a very difficult time. Campbell Bonding Company can help get your family back together quickly and confidentially. And in every step of the process, they're there for you. In times of trouble, let their family help your family. Campbell Bonding Company, 870-741-1138.
Mostly sunny skies today, actual temperature around 89 degrees, but with the heat index pushing on up to the mid-90s, it was a hot and a very steamy day. That humidity continues to be a real factor with our weather here in this part of the country, and if you're having to do any work outside or having to be outside for any other reason, you're feeling that high humidity to go right along with the actual temperature. Well, it's going to be another hot one tomorrow, but then we might just have a chance that cold front's going to pass to the north of us and give us some rainfall middle to the end of the week. Not a big chance, but a better chance than we've had recently. Here's the way it looks as we move on through the work week. Tomorrow's going to be another very warm day under mostly sunny skies. Afternoon temperature around 89 degrees once again. On Wednesday, a possibility of thunderstorms, particularly the first half of the day. A little bit cooler, 82 degrees, 80% chance we might get some rain. On Thursday, likewise, thunderstorms hanging around, 81 degrees and 80% chance of rain. Friday, that system clears out to the north and gives us partly cloudy skies, 85. But back in the forecast again on Saturday, AM thunderstorms, 88 degrees for an afternoon high and about 60% chance that we might get some rain. Keep your fingers crossed. We need rain, particularly right here in the immediate Harrison area. There's been some pop-up thunderstorms over the last 5 to 7 days. Most people in general did not get much moisture at all. They did get a lot of rainfall, Branson, Springfield north last week, but we didn't get much around here. I hope you were the recipient of at least some of that rain last week, but we need a lot more. We need some just good old soaking steady rain all day, all night type thing. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We'll take a look at sports from around the region as TKO 8 News continues.
Inland Waste Solutions works diligently to be good stewards of the environment. Reducing waste via curbside recycling services, Inland Waste Solutions takes this mission seriously, but they need your help. When putting your waste and recyclables in their respective curbside containers, be sure that cross-contamination doesn't occur. Please only place recyclable materials in the yellow top bins. Check your recycling do's and don'ts list before you throw any item into the yellow top recycle bin. Together we can make a difference. Inland Waste Solutions, local people serving local people in Harrison.
Hello, this is Michelle from Nature's Wonders. It's heating up earlier than usual this year, and I want to remind you to stay hydrated. Of course, drinking water is super important for hydration, but we also stock coconut water, electrolyte drink mixes, and even some supplements that may help. At Nature's Wonders, we understand that busy, active lifestyles demand quality products that are quick and convenient to help us feel our best. Come see us for your active lifestyle needs and find out how affordable healthy living can be. Nature's Wonders, next to Thompson's Ace Hardware in Harrison.
Just a little spicy. With standard safety features, plenty of cargo space.
That's not hot for you?
No!
And advanced technology. The 2018 RAV4 is ready for any adventure. Get $2,500 customer cash, or qualified buyers get 1.9% APR financing for 60 months on the adventurous 2018 RAV4. Toyota, let's go places.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
Bonfield hit the go-ahead home run in the 5th inning, and Arkansas broke open the game on an 8-run 6th inning on its way to an 11-5 win over Texas in the College World Series. The Razorbacks scored double-digit runs for the 4th time in 6 NCAA tournament wins and had their highest total in 28 College World Series games. Arkansas plays Tuesday night against Texas Tech as they advance forward. In the Texas Tech game, Gabe Holt hit a tie-breaking single in the 5th inning and drove in an insurance run in the 9th, leading Texas Tech to a stunning 6-3 win over defending national champion Florida in the College World Series. The Red Raiders won their CWS opener for the first time in their 3 appearances. They did it against the #1 overall seed in the NCAA tournament and a first-round draft pick in the starting pitcher of Brady Singer. Jack Flaherty and 4 relievers combined on a 4-hitter. Matt Carpenter homered, and the St. Louis Cardinals beat the old Chicago Cubs 5-0 over the weekend. Flaherty allowed just 2 hits while striking out 7 in 5 innings, but he walked 3 and hit 2 batters and was pulled after throwing 97 pitches. John Cabrera gave up 2 hits in a scoreless 6 to earn his first major league win. Austin Gobber, Jordan Hicks, and Bud Norris each pitched a hitless inning to end the Cardinals' 4-game losing streak. Carlos Correa and the Houston Astros won their 11th straight game, finishing off a dominant 10-0 road trip by rallying past the Kansas City Royals 7-4. The World Series champion Astros swept their swing through Texas, Oakland, and Kansas City, outscoring opponents 74-35. Last season, Houston had a 11-game winning streak end in Kansas City. This time, the Astros trailed 4-3 in the 8th inning before Carrera led off with a tying home run. And Justin Allgaier won all 3 stages in the NASCAR Infinity Series race at Iowa Speedway for his 2nd victory of the season. Allgaier led 182 of the 250 laps, survived a very unlucky late caution flag by winning the restart. And that wraps up our broadcast here for this evening. Thanks for joining us. Join us Monday through Friday at 6:30 and again at 10 p.m. as we continue to bring you local news, weather, sports, and local announcements from around the area on Harrison's broadcast station, TKO Channel 8. Now stay tuned for more local events around the viewing area.